Mr. David Shepherd, MLA Edmonton City Center. Thank you for speaking with the City Magazine today as our featured leaders for this end of year interview. So to start, I would like to ask if you can share some key accomplishments that for this year that stand out to you.
Absolutely. You know, one of the exciting things for me this year was in September, our new leader, Nahid Nenshi, he assigned us some new roles in caucus. So I moved from having been the critic for health to being a shadow minister for public safety and emergency services. So, Shadow Minister for Public Safety, that basically involves everything to do with policing and law enforcement in the province of Alberta, some of the concerns around community safety, the correctional system, and some of those pieces there. So, it suits me well. You know, I think obviously we've been having a lot of conversations around community safety here in downtown Edmonton for some time. So I've had the chance to be part of those conversations and give it some thought. So it's a wonderful opportunity. I really appreciate Nahid's trust in me taking on that portfolio. So it's been a chance to start to talk with some of the folks across the province, some of the different municipal leaders, talk with folks in the RCMP, talk with people involved in all areas and parts of the system to see how we, you know, as the Alberta NDP can help advocate for more safety and stronger support in our communities.
Yeah, so sounds like, so from all those achievements, did you face so many challenges that you can share with us?
So I'll just note one other achievement, sort of connected. So another thing that I'm really proud of this fall is that I released my downtown safety toolkit. So this builds on something I put out last year, you know, my downtown advocacy toolkit. Again, like I mentioned, we've had challenges in and around downtown for a while. You know, when I was first elected, we were seeing still, you know, a number of people that were living without housing on the streets of downtown Edmonton. And so there was good work being done, there's good momentum being done towards getting people housed and getting people help. We had the pandemic hit. We saw the number of people living without housing in our city double. And in the years since, we've seen that number double again. So regularly I hear from my constituents, I hear from business owners, I hear from others in the community, their concerns about feeling unsafe at times in the community, and their concerns that we need to be doing more to support people who are living without housing, people who are struggling with substance use, and people that have challenges with their mental health. So my downtown safety blueprint builds on the work I did last year to propose a few concrete things, 7 concrete things, that if the provincial government were to step up and take action on them today, like building more transitional housing, more housing for people so that when people come off the streets, they have a place to stay other than a shelter bed, where they can start to balance out, they can start to recover from some of the trauma, because it's traumatic living without housing on the streets, and get back to a place of stability. You know, before they move into more permanent supportive housing. We need more of that with the wraparound supports. Increasing the amount of capacity we have for detox and treatment. You know, the government talks a big game about how they believe every person can recover, but they're not providing the space where people can actually do it. Somebody comes off the street, they want treatment today, they can't get it because there is not enough capacity in the system. So again, the toolkit sort of lays out some concrete things that we can work on together as a community to advocate for the provincial government to do that would make a material difference on the ground.
Good.
So in terms of challenges, you know, one of the challenges we have, well, is just that. You know, we know what the solutions are. We know it will make a difference. So I can go out as the local MLA and talk to people on the ground. I can go out as the shadow minister for public safety and talk with municipal leaders across the province. And to be clear, the challenges we're facing in downtown Edmonton, there are also now the challenges they're facing in downtown Red Deer, that they're facing in Grand Prairie, that they're facing in Wetaskiwin and Leduc. So these are not just issues here. We need this government to step and take action. So I can go out and I can talk to folks. We can have the proposal. We can all agree on what we want to see done. But ultimately, we don't get to make the decisions. We don't get to sign the checks. We're dependent on a provincial government that unfortunately has not been willing to work with, certainly me as a local MLA, with the municipal leaders in Edmonton, municipal leaders across the province. So they talk a big game, but they aren't actually stepping up and doing the things that we need them to do. In fact, they're cutting a lot of the funding that municipalities and others would work with. So that's the biggest challenge that I face in my work. You know, we can go out, we can talk to people, we can hear the concerns, we can find solutions, but ultimately, it's up to this government whether it's going to get done.
Yeah. So, okay, it's really a challenge.
Yes.
So already so as you have something else to add as we complete the busy year.
Mhm.
So you have something else, like some messages that you want to share with our reader and our...
Sure. So, a couple things I'm really looking forward to in the new year. I talked about, I've put out sort of these proposals for how we can improve community safety in downtown Edmonton and really help build that vibrant community here. We are working on our caucus proposals. We're talking about how we build community safety across Alberta. Because like I said, Edmonton, Calgary are big cities. Yes, we're having those challenges. Mid-sized cities, Lethbridge, Red Deer, Grand Prairie, these other places, even in a lot of our towns and rural areas, after 5 years under the UCP government, Albertans are feeling less safe. So I'm really excited next year that we are going to put out our caucus proposal on how we build safety in our communities. They have a chance to talk about that. Really excited, of course, at the end of January, going into February, we get to celebrate Lunar New Year with the Chinese community, get to celebrate Black History Month. So I missed a lot of Black History Month this year, unfortunately, I had some health challenges. So really excited to get back out and connect with the communities there. But the biggest thing, you asked, do I have a message that I want to share with Albertans? And absolutely, what I want to let folks know is, there is hope. I know these are challenging times right now. It can feel very frustrating, it can feel uncertain. I know folks are struggling with the cost of living and affordability. I know folks are struggling with access to health care. People are concerned about their families and safety in their community. I want you to know that myself, all of my colleagues in the Alberta NDP caucus, we are going to be here and continue to bring your voice forward and stand up for you here in Edmonton and across the province. And we have the opportunity to work together across our communities to make change happen. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday season.